Amid the expansive meadow slopes of the Bergisches land, the farmsteads lie widely scattered. Over time, they often developed into small hamlet settlements. Characteristic features of these settlements are the wayside crosses, which are visited during field processions. The memorial cross, erected in 1871 in the district of Erlenbusch, belongs to this farm on the edge of the hamlet of Engeldorf near Kürten. In agricultural holdings far removed from urban marketplaces, a large portion of the necessary equipment is still made at home by hand. Here, two neighbours are making a fruit-picking ladder. One of them prepares the required rungs on the shaving bench, which in the Bergisches land is known as a Fegebank. The rungs are rounded with a draw knife and tapered at the ends. The wood is clamped between the movable head and the work surface. The clamping device is operated by a lever-like foot pedal. The tread areas of the ladder rungs remain thicker in the middle than at the ends. The rung wood must not be sawn, as this would weaken the wood fibres. Instead, it is split from solid wood. The rungs are rough-shaped on the chopping block with a broad axe for fine preparation. They are thinned and levelled so that later work with the draw knife can proceed more quickly. During hewing, the difference between flat rungs and round rungs becomes clear. The flat rungs with their larger tenons are needed to keep the ladder stable. For handicraft work, the winter season was traditionally reserved, after autumn planting and after threshing. Winter work still includes preparing posts for pasture fences. In earlier times, harrow teeth, harrows, rakes, brooms, and shovel handles were also produced in advance for the summer months. Such work was carried out on the barn threshing floor. Since the farm has converted to modern livestock farming, the threshing floor has disappeared. Today, work is done in the open space in front of the house. The flat rungs are smoothed using the same method as the round rungs. Unlike the latter, however, they do not show a thickening. Due to their angular profile, they are strong enough. Oak wood is always used for the rungs because of its greater resistance to breakage. The dry tread rungs achieve a firm hold in the mortise holes of the fresh ladder rails. As ladder rails, a straight-grown fir sapling from the farm's own woodland is used. The round pole is split in half with a frame saw, producing the two ladder rails. the wood must be clamped so firmly that it cannot shift. In the past, farmers used a two-wheeled farm cart for this purpose. At the end of the cart bed, a clamping block is secured with clamps. The cutout in the middle, where one end of the trunk rests, can be narrowed with a wooden wedge. Before the rails are completely separated, the mortise holes for the rungs must be marked so that they are at the same height on both halves of the trunk. First, the exact longitudinal line is determined with a chalk line along the round trunk. Then the distances are measured with a folding rule and marked with nails. The spacing is a uniform 26 centimetres. Even the smallest deviation would result in a crooked ladder whose durability would be questionable from the outset. The marked points for the rungs must now be drilled straight through the trunk so that the holes align on both sides. Because the drill cannot be guided forcefully enough at the height of the cart bed, a drilling stand is set up using two low trestles. To secure the thick end of the trunk, the clamping block is used again, this time fixed with an iron pin. Finally, drilling begins. The auger is driven into the wood using the weight of the forward-leaning upper body.
Så, ja. Jo, just det. Måste så hatta ju jobba på spör.
To ensure that the two ends of each rung sit evenly in both ladder rails, the snake-shaped auger must be held exactly vertical.
Det är schön rakt. Helt platt. Så. Jag jobbar hit. Next one. Jo, just det. Måste så hatta ju jobba på spör.
The drill holes go from the top to the bottom, straight through the round wood. The tip of the drill must be set exactly on the marked spots. It guides the wide, curved cutting edge of the auger, which lifts full shavings from the wood. The holes created in this way are relatively tight and must later be further worked. Makeshift ladders, such as those sometimes found at a silage tower, have no inserted rungs. The treads are simply nailed onto the rails. They offer nowhere near the safety of a proper fruit-picking ladder.
Just do the shaft with you.
Yeah.
With the doors, you know.
Yeah.
No. It's brushled in the soup.
The pre-drilled ladder trunk can now be returned to the wooden sawhorse. The helper has tied on his apron, as was customary among wheelwrights. The frame saw, whose cross-mounted blade is moved vertically up and down in front of the body, follows the chalk line marking the centre of the trunk. The sawhorse is gradually moved backward during the cut and held firmly by the helpers. As the cut progresses toward the end resting in the cart, the two halves spread apart more and more. In the final phase, the sawhorse remains behind the saw. Since the end held by the clamping block extends about 10 centimeters into the cart, it cannot be reached by the saw blade. The last piece is separated by breaking the two halves apart. Now the two ladder rails can be prepared to receive the rungs. A tapered reamer is used to widen the pre-drilled holes, working from the inner side so that the fit matches the conically shaped rung ends. Unlike a screw auger, the reamer is sharpened only along its two longitudinal edges, which flare upward like a wedge. It must be turned only deep enough so that the resulting hole matches the thickness of the rung ends. The dry oak rungs gain their firm hold in the fresh softwood of the ladder rails as the latter dries and shrinks. When the axe is needed, the craftsman gathers the long hanging part of his apron at the corners and tucks it behind the bib. With the broad axe, designed so that a missed blow between the spread legs causes no injury, the foot ends of the rails are pointed. This is necessary to give the ladder a firm stand on the soft ground of the orchard meadow. Often farmers had iron shoes made by the blacksmith for the ladder tips and nailed them on. To smooth the outside of the rails, the remaining bark is removed with a draw knife mounted on a bar, which works like a plane blade. Even protruding branch stubs can be levelled this way. When fitting the rungs, it becomes clear how much expertise is required even in rural craftwork. If the holes are correctly made, the rungs can be driven in with a hammer until they reach the full thickness of the ladder rail. They then stand exactly at right angles in the centre of the ladder. At both ends, places are prepared for the thicker flat rungs, which prevent twisting or skewing of the ladder frame on uneven ground. The fruit picking ladder, which with its one-sided rungs resembles a large rake, is about 3 meters long. It is used here in autumn when plums are harvested, trees that are found in every orchard in the Bergisches land. The plums are cooked into a spread and can also be dried in the oven and stored for an indefinite period. When the second ladder rail is attached, it becomes evident how carefully and precisely the work was done. The free ends of the rungs fit immediately into their corresponding holes. The long rail only needs to be driven down firmly from above. During this process, the sawhorse is moved from one striking point to the next. The conical drillings are so well matched to the crosspieces that the rungs do not protrude on the outside. Once all rungs are firmly seated, the ladder, assembled without the use of nails, is so solid that it can be safely used even on steep valley slopes. In the same thoroughly craftsmanlike manner, some farmers also made larger ladders during the winter months, for example for lime washing half-timbered walls. But if you want to see a feat of craftsmanship even more incredible than this, be sure to check out this next video right here. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel right now.